He's nourishing their love by doing the stealing the butter or eating the dirt of all the pastimes he did. But slowly and slowly, just like his age was advancing, when he was 7 years old, today our katha is we will be speaking about Shri GIRRIRAJA Govardhan. So make sure there is no movements. Listen very carefully. Don't do any movements. I'm going to talk about lot of these principles and Siddhant. I'm going to speak this katha of GIRRIRAJA with lot of principles. So pay attention and listen very carefully. Because you won't be able to listen all these things in the television. And even if you go to read yourself, you will have to investigate in lot of other scriptures. And now I am going to talk about all of these scriptures and of all the thoughts of the acharyas in a beautiful form, decorating in a plate. I am offering it to Thakurji here openly, just like Prakash Prabhuji said, in the GIRRIRAJA's offering is uncovered. Every day when we do offering, we have a curtain. So the ideas of the Bhagavad Ji and the ideas of the they are getting off as if they were getting offered with the curtain. But when Mahaprabhu's devotees came, they removed the curtains. So they wanted to present all the ideas to the devotees openly and talk about them. So listen very carefully. I'm saying this because even if you miss one line in here, then you will miss the whole point. Shri Krishna has got 3 stages: the childhood, then the early youth. So yesterday we heard about his childhood pastime, when how he was stealing the butter, how he's eating the dirt, and then when how Putana came, Trinavat came, all the demoniacs came and he killed them all. Pogand Lila is like when it's a little bit more like boyhood. So when he is going to raise the cows, such a big lord doesn't have got any work to do. He's doing the cow herding is only left for him. It says yes. Cow herding, taking the cows in the forest. What is the reason behind it? Of all the pastimes of Krishna, all these pastimes of the Lila Pururshottam, all the foundation of all these pastimes is HALADINI Shakti, is dependent on Srimati Radha ji. For the pleasure of Srimati Radhika, all these pastimes take place. Therefore, why does he do the cow herding? If he stays in whole day at home, then how will we be able to meet Radha ji? Therefore, taking the cows to the forest is just an excuse, is a pretext, so that he can meet Radha ji. And very nicely decorated, he takes the form of like a groom. When Krishna is decorated himself as beauty, this is compared like a groom. What is the meaning of a groom? Just like a bridegroom. Just like a groom is decorated nicely and the bride is also decorated nicely on the wedding day. Similarly, Krishna is decorated, but he is always eternally beautiful like that. It's not that he is once in a year on some occasion or some pastime or for some Ras Leela, he'll decorate himself like that. Every day, all the times, his decorations, his shringar is described by it's been described in Bhagavat Ji. In Bhagavat Ji, 3 places Shri Krishna's beauty has been described. Either it was described by Brahma Ji, either it was described by Brahma Ji. What a beautiful form, as if in the sky these are dark clouds His beauty, his form is like that, and as if in those dark clouds there is lightning. It's like the yellow garments. And sometimes he is holding a flute, and sometimes to call his cows, he holds that that horn. So like that, Brahmaji is describing the beauty of Shri Krishna, and at the same time he is offering obeisances. And second description, whom? By the wives of the Brahmins of Mathura. Almost the same thing. They are also describing that Lord is like dark in color and holding and wearing the yellow garments. And the third description is given by the gopis of Vrindavan. This description is considered to be the best. What happened? It's already quite okay. So very beautiful examples they have given that Krishna has taken. So I was telling this important thing. So in Krishna's ears have been pierced by Mother Yashoda, so he can hold, he can wear these earrings in the form of dolphin shaped and different designs. Earrings he can wear, as if these are not earrings, but so these earrings are like as if these are the qualities which are always eager to hear the glories of Srimati Radhika. When you wear earrings, you wear two in a pair, but Krishna wears only one. Once in this ear, sometimes in the other ear. Why does he wear one? Because he takes the cows and he keeps his brother, elder brother Balramji in front. They go together. They together go with the cows. But then Krishna says, oh elder brother, you are elder, so you walk in front. I am younger than you, so younger should be behind. You are my elder, so you walk in front. And Dauji says, no, we will walk together. And then Krishna says, no, bhaiya, elder brother, you walk first. And Balramji thinks, why Krishna is saying like that? He also knows very well. He says, okay, I'll walk in front. But why did he make Balramji in front and why he is behind himself? Why? Because in Vrindavan, gopis from all the sides, they're glancing, they're trying to stare to the beauty of Krishna. They're so eager to see the beauty of Krishna, and he wants to see them. And if he is with big brother, how will he see the girls? Therefore, he keeps Balramji in front. And in one ear, there is a flower called Karnika in one ear, as if he is wearing the jewelry made up of flowers. If he holds it in the left ear, it means today Krishna will meet the gopis in that direction. If he in the other ear, that means he will meet in the other direction. Therefore, very cleverly and smartly, he expresses his love. This is what Braj's Prem, where to meet is so difficult. Can you understand my Hindi? It's not easy to meet. This is therefore because there are difficulties for them to meet. It's not easy. It's very difficult. So it's difficult to meet gopis with Krishna. And like that, he is wearing these flower earrings. And sometimes he is wearing this peacock feather. And this is how Yashoda Maiya does complete decoration of Krishna and before sending to the forest. Like on the crown, he has got a beautiful crown, and then he has got a garlands. In his waist, he has got kinkani and ankle bells, and bracelets, and arm belts, complete ornaments. Why? And along with that, on the head, she makes him wear the peacock feather crown. Why?
श्रृंगार करके अर्थात वो सारे अलंकार पहनाकर
Is it by because wearing all the ornaments she's trying to make Krishna beautiful? Is it that the reason she's decorating Krishna with ornaments? No, it's not that. It's not that matter.
आप लोग श्रृंगार करते हो,
When you people decorate yourself for own decoration,
लेकिन भगवान को जब श्रृंगार
when Bhagwan is wearing all these ornaments, it's not for his decoration.
उनका नाम ही श्याम सुंदर,
Because Krishna himself, his name is Shama Sundar. He himself is so beautiful. Then why is Krishna Yashoda Maiya making him wear so many ornaments? It is said,
यन मर्त लीला पायकम संयोग माया बलम दृश्यत गृहात विस्मरण स्वस्य च सुभंगर्षते परम पदम भूषणम भूषणम। श्री कृष्ण इतने सुंदर,
Shri Krishna is so beautiful that when all these ornaments touch his body, these ornaments look more beautiful. These ornaments get ornamented, they become more beautiful by getting in contact with Krishna's form. So then why is she wearing him wear ornaments? It is to make the ornaments be beautiful. Otherwise the ornaments were lying down unnecessarily. So by making him wear Krishna, she is making actually the beauty of the ornaments increased, not that in Krishna's beauty is increased. Secondly, Krishna is so beautiful that from feet to the head, if somebody can do the darshan of Shri Krishna, that he cannot live. What does it mean? He will be unconscious, he will fall unconscious. Therefore, Yashoda Maiya, in all directions, she is making Krishna wear so many ornaments so nobody can see Krishna completely. So that because it is so that there are interruptions in somebody watching Krishna completely. So that Krishna, because otherwise anybody who is trying to see Krishna will be unconscious if they see Krishna alone. So the ornaments act like interruptions so that the person can actually see Krishna completely. So like when a VIP, the important person is going, so there are people to tell you, okay, go away, like that. So when he is decorated like that, when you see him from far, you will see his peacock feather like moving, wobbling, as if is the ultimate limit of beauty. Beauty means beauty. He is so beautiful as if the beauty has taken his shelter. The beauty which has taken the shelter of Krishna, therefore she is called beauty. Can you understand? Why beauty is called beauty? Because beauty has taken the shelter of Bhagavan. And therefore beauty, by associating with Krishna, has actually become beauty. Therefore, by having a morapank, Shri Krishna, when he is doing his boyhood pastimes, and after that, when he reaches teenage, and it is said in Shastras, there is a quality of the teenager form. There is a quality of a teenagers. What? That they don't listen to anyone. Everybody has gone through this age. So what is the meaning of this teenage? Where they don't think about anyone else. They're just they're freedom. They have freedom. They are just independent. This is what Bhagavad is describing in the first verse. That Bhagwan is independent. He doesn't worry about anyone. He doesn't bother about anyone. What does it mean? That he doesn't have fear of anyone. Whom? Whose fear? It means when he wants to meet the gopis of Vrindavan, that fear. There is only one fear which Krishna has. From whom? only he fears from Radhaji's man, that if Radharani gets in a sulky mood, that is what is Krishna is scared of. That's the only thing he's scared of. If once Radhaji gets into the sulky mood, then Krishna actually gets sweat to make her happy again. Do you know what is the meaning of man? How many types of that mood is? So how many types of sulky mood is there of Radhaji? Sometimes she is in that mood because of a cause, and sometimes without any cause. Therefore, so all what I am telling you is actually just an introduction as a preface to tell what, that why Krishna held the Govardhan, why he did the Govardhan pastime. Because he is entering into the age of 7 years now. This pastime, and along with that is another pastime. The Kaliya, dancing on the Kaliya's hoods. Both these pastimes, they were to nourish the Rasa Leela. Why? Because a hero, he wants to show off his bravery to attract whom? The heroines. If you talk in the language of the scriptures, the Nayak means a hero and Naika means the heroine. So he does something so that he can attract the Naika or the heroine. And therefore Krishna means all attractive. In the age of 7 years, he hasn't even reached the teenage yet. But Gurudev used to say, because he's a prince. Normally, like any other average child doesn't get a teenage in the 7 years. But all these princes of these big, very rich families, aristocratic family, in very young age, they mature. And they look mature, and they are very intelligent because of their the way they are raised and the way they are fed nicely, aristocratically, so they grow more faster. Similarly, the Nanda Baba, he's Nanda Baba, who is a king, so he's a prince. When the child is growing in age, he wants to know everything. He's curious. Krishna also. He wants to know about everything. He came near Yashoda Maiya in the morning. Early morning, Yashoda Maiya is cooking. And Krishna came and asked, "Oh Maiya, is it my birthday today?" She said, "Why are you asking this? Why are you making so many of these delicacies?" She said, "Don't trouble me, go and ask your father." So she got angry and she said, "Go away, ask your father." And he ran to the Baba. This was not possible in any other incarnation, which was possible in Krishna's pastimes. Where Yashoda Maiya never considers Krishna as Bhagavan. Where Nanda Baba never considered Krishna as Bhagavan. What do they consider? That Krishna is only my son. I have given birth to him. I am raising him. So there is pure parenthood, vatsalya. There is no mixture of any other emotions. There is the pure maternal love. So Krishna came to Nanda Baba like this, and he asked, "Baba, can I ask you one thing?" "Yes, son, ask me." Ask.
"Is it today my birthday?" He asked, "Why are you asking this?" "Since morning, Mom has been making so much delicacies. And from every single house in Raj, there is smoke coming. Everyone is making food all night long. The entire night, food is being made. So it looks like everyone's making food for me." But then Nanda Maharaj interrupted. "No, we are not making food for you, Krishna. None of your birthdays are coming up soon." So then Krishna asked, "What is this all for?"
Nand Baba said, "You're still a
ये
child.
बात नहीं समझोगे।
You will not understand this. Go and play."
और कृष्ण कहने लगे, बाबा
And Krishna then said,
बड़े हो गए, सियाने हो गए।
"Nand Baba, I'm now getting old. I've become mature.
कब समझेंगे?
If you don't understand now, then when will we understand?"
आपको उनको बताना पड़ेगा ना।
So now Nand Baba will have to explain to Krishna.
कोई रीति है, कोई परंपरा है,
And if there is a reason or
रीति परंपरा
tradition, I would also like to take part. After all, I am your son.
बाबा की छाती खुल जाए
And Nand Baba's heart opened having heard this.
कि बालक जिम्मेदारियों को समझने लगा है।
Krishna is trying to understand and become intelligent. Yeah.
जिम्मेदारी को समझ रहा है।
He's trying to take on responsibility.
अरे सुनो,
So Nand Baba said, "Krishna, listen.
हम हर वर्ष एक देवता की पूजा करते हैं।
We worship a demigod every year.
सुन रहा है ना?
You're listening, right?" Krishna says, "Yes, yes."
बाबा ऐसा कौन सा देवता?
So what type of demigod is this which we should worship?
मैं
You should worship.
आपके चरणों की वंदना करता हूँ।
I worship your feet.
ऐसा कौन सा देवता जिसकी वंदना आप करें?
Which
What-
kind of the demigod
सारे
is that
ब्रज
whom
के
you will worship?
वासी आपकी पूजन करते हैं।
All the
आपकी जय जयकार
Brajvasis
करते हैं। आप
worship
ब्रज
you.
के राजा
They
हैं।
glorify you. You are the father. You
ऐसा
are
कौन सा
the
देवता
king
पैदा
of this.
हुआ?
You are the king of this Braj. Which kind of a demigod is that whom you are worshipping? Baba said,
देवताओं के राजा जो इंद्र
we are worshipping the king of the demigods, Indra.
बड़े गर्व से कहा,
And he said this with lots of pride.
एक राजा ही राजा की पूजा करता है।
Only a king can worship a king.
ब्रजराज श्री नंद बाबा
So therefore, Brajraj, who is Nanda Baba, the king of Braja, therefore,
पूजन भी देवता को जो राजा है
he is worshiping the king of the demigods, who is Indra.
कन्हैया ने कहा, बाबा
And then Krishna says,
पूजा ही क्यों? अरे बालक
"Father,
नहीं बोलते।
why Indra's puja?"
उसी समय कन्हैया का सिर घूम गया।
And at that moment, Krishna became
Bewildered.
bewildered.
तुम्हारा इतना साहस, तुम मेरे पिता से तुम पूजा ग्रहण करते हो?
He got angry. Krishna got angry. How dare you get worship from my father?
कि इस लीला में ही नंद बाबा कृष्ण के पिता थे।
It's not that Nanda Baba is father in this only pastime.
नंद बाबा कृष्ण के
Nanda Baba has all eternal father of Krishna.
टेम्पररी नहीं,
It's not just for the pastime he is the father, that now he is father and next pastime, next life will be something else like us. No, he is eternal father of Krishna. And Yashoda Maiya is eternal mother of Krishna.
तो कृष्ण मन में विचार करते
So Krishna is thinking in his mind,
हैं, तुम्हारा इतना साहस,
Indra, how dare
तो
you?
मैं बाद में
I'll deal with you later.
तुमको समझाना आसान है।
It is easy to teach you a lesson,
नंद बाबा है ना,
but this is Nanda Baba, to teach him is very difficult.
घर में छोटा सा बच्चा कुछ माता पिता को बोलता ना, "हे, चुप बैठ जा,
When-
तुझे ज्यादा पता है?"
When a child says in the family, like, oh, you know better.
वो कैसे समझाऊं?
But how? Because when a child wants to teach someone, elder people, it's difficult for a child to teach. So Krishna is thinking, I can teach you a lesson very easily, Indra, but how will I teach my father? Because,
बात एक सिद्धांत,
but it's a matter of a principle. There's actually a Gaudiya Siddhant principle here. What is that? If you can understand, try to understand.
तीन गुण है,
There are three gunas, three modes.
और
Mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance.
संसारी जीव
We jivas,
गुणों में ही हम लिप्त रहते हैं।
we are lingering between these three modes of
गुणों से भी ऊपर
modes.
उसको कहा जाता है
And there is one above these three modes,
निर्गुण।
and that is nirgun, so above pure goodness.
एक व्यक्ति जब गुरु जी से
So once a person takes diksha from a guru,
दीक्षा प्राप्त करने के बाद
after taking diksha,
भजन करते करते
doing his bhajan,
वो प्रेम स्थिति को प्राप्त करता है।
he is able to achieve pure love.
भजन क्रिया अनर्थ निवृत्ति, निष्ठा, रुचि, आसक्ति भाव और प्रेम स्थिति को प्राप्त करता है। जब ऐसी स्थिति उच्च स्थिति को प्राप्त
Once he
करता है,
achieves this,
तो शुद्ध सत्व,
high stages,
शुद्ध सत्व
then he reaches
pure
गुणों
goodness.
से ऊपर हुआ।
Above all these three modes is the pure
लेकिन
goodness,
एक और
Shuddha
ऐसी स्थिति
Sattva.
है, उसको कहा जाता है विशुद्ध सत्व।
And above that is
थोड़ा सा
even
जटिल है।
above that is Vishuddha Sattva. Try to understand. It's a little bit technical. Above Shuddha Sattva is Vishuddha Sattva. that Vishuddha Sattva is only,
भगवान के परिकर ही हो सकते
they can only be the associates of Krishna. We or you can never become Vishuddha
कोई
Sattva.
नंद बाबा नहीं बन पाए,
Nobody can become Nand Baba.
कोई यशोदा मैया नहीं बन
Nobody can become Yashoda Maiya.
कोई श्रीदाम सुबल भगवान
Nobody can become Sridham, Sudam, the friends of Krishna. Nobody can become Lalita Vishaka.
हम शुद्ध सत्व तक तो पहुंच
We can reach to the stage of Shuddha Sattva by crossing these three modes of material nature, by our devotion, by our sadhan, by the mercy of Guru.
को पार करके
By crossing the three Gurus, we can be established in Shuddha Sattva.
एक है विशुद्ध सत्व,
But another is Vishuddha. These are only the associates. We cannot reach there. Nobody can become that.
वो स्पेशल है,
That is a special situation. Oh, that is Bhagwan's own family. Can you understand?
विचार कर रहे हैं,
So Krishna is thinking,
कभी भी मर्यादा का उल्लंघन सहन नहीं करता,
I can never tolerate the crossing over of the etiquette. This is something I don't like.
मर्यादा का उल्लंघन,
I don't like crossing the etiquette.
मर्यादा की हानि हो रही है,
Here the etiquettes have been damaged.
क्या हो रही है,
What is it happening here? The damage to the etiquette? Indra is a demigod.
और देवता में कौन सा गुण है,
And which kind of a mode is in the demigods? They have a mode of goodness.
जो विशुद्ध सत्व है,
And my father is Vishuddha Sattva.
तो सत्वगुण की आराधना कर रहा है,
How is possible that a Vishuddha Sattva is worshipping just the mode of goodness?
सारे
Whereas
गुणों को मिलकर
all the modes together, she should worship the Vishuddha Sattva, because that is a higher stage.
बस ये मर्यादा का उल्लंघन है।
That is why it is the crossing over of the etiquette.
मेरे पिता विशुद्ध सत्व
My father is Vishuddha Sattva,
इंद्र,
and Indra,
ये साधारण सत्व,
he is an ordinary mode of goodness.
विशुद्ध सत्व सत्वगुण की पूजा कर रहा है,
Now Vishuddha Sattva is worshipping the pure goodness, which is not right.
मेरे पिता
Whereas Indra should actually worship my father.
लेकर की आराधना करनी चाहिए,
He should worship.
सत्वगुण को विशुद्ध सत्व की पूजा करनी,
Somebody in Sattva Gun should worship Vishuddha Sattva Gun.
ये तो समझ नहीं आता, ये सिद्धांत है,
This is the philosophy.
इतना सरल नहीं। लीला सुनना बड़ा अच्छा लगता
It
है,
is very nice to hear the pastimes, and rightfully so. It should be very sweet.
लेकिन उस लीला के पीछे
But behind a Leela, there is a foundation,
आधार होता है,
a reason,
तो बोलते हैं तत्व।
and that is Tattva.
अगर वो फाउंडेशन स्ट्रांग ना हो,
If that foundation is not
तो
strong,
जो घर और महल बनता है,
then the house or palace that builds on top of it becomes very weak.
और ऐसा बहुत जगह संसार में मिलती है।
And we have seen this a lot in this material world.
रामलीला सुनते हैं, कृष्ण लीला सुनते हैं, और कहाँ सुनते हैं, कहाँ देखते हैं, टीवी में देखते
You hear Ram Leela, Krishna Leela on TV.
हैं। क्लैरिटी नहीं होती,
There is no clarity to this.
राम जी ने ऐसा क्यों किया, कृष्ण ने ऐसा
Why did Ramji do this? Why did Krishna do this? And then somebody comes here and just starts blabbering. And they saying, oh yes, he must be telling the truth. He must be right.
भगवान है,
If Ram is Bhagwan,
तो उनको समुद्र में सेतु क्यों बांधना पड़ा?
then why did they have to tie
Bridge.
the bridge?
राम भगवान है तो पुल क्यों बांधा लंका पे जाने के लिए?
Why did you have to make a bridge to go to Lanka? That means he is not Bhagwan.
कुछ बोल दिया, हाँ ठीक
Somebody said something and now we accept them blindly.
ही बोल दिया,
They must be telling this the truth.
फिर हम लोग भी ये सोचने लग जाते हैं, हाँ
So then people begin thinking Ramji cannot be Bhagwan.
फिर कृष्ण भी कैसे भगवान हो सकते
Then how can Krishna be Bhagwan either?
हैं? ये जो मन में डाउट और संशय आता है ना,
These doubts that come in our minds,
कारण ये है कि फाउंडेशन,
the root cause of this is because the foundations are very weak.
आधार बड़ा कमजोर है।
Our foundations are very weak.
Foundation of what?
सिद्धांत,
And that is the lack of.
The philosophy.
और अगर तत्व और सिद्धांत में हम स्ट्रांग है ना,
And if we are strong in Tattva and Siddhant, no matter how much anyone tells us, no one can shake it.
इसलिए वो लीला भगवान नाचते हैं, भगवान माखन
And
चोरी करते
thus
हैं,
the Leelas of Bhagwan stealing butter, Bhagwan dancing on Kaliya, why does he do them?
लीला है,
These are all pastimes.
लेकिन उसके पीछे जो
But behind those pastimes, the reason, the cause,
वो बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट है,
those are also very important.
वो है सिद्धांत।
And that is Siddhant.
गोवर्धन धारण लीला के बहुत सारे विचार हैं।
There are lots of reasons behind the Govardhan Leela. That is what I'm trying to explain.
There are still more.
There's still more.
और पूरी गोवर्धन धारण लीला सुनने के लिए बहुत समय चाहिए,
And to listen to the entire Govardhan Leela, you'll need lots of time, at least 5 hours. So I'm cutting short here. I'm having cut things in between. Because if I say too deep of Siddhant, everyone will say, why should I come? It is getting very difficult. And thus my audience will leave. And thus there's a twist in our story. And this is Vishuddha Sattva. That there is Pratishta, which is establishment of Vishuddha Sattva.
To establish the Vishuddha Sattva, Krishna came in between and he said, "Oh Nanda Baba, why should we worship Indra? I have understood everything, because here the etiquette has been crossed over. Vishuddha Sattva is worshipping the Shuddha Sattva, Vishuddha Sattvagun. It should be the opposite. All the demigods should worship together my father and mother.
I cannot tolerate something being wrong." And thus Krishna, in a very simple way, explained to us, Nand Baba, why should we worship Indra? And then Nand Baba said, look, Indra is the god of the heaven or rain.
When we worship
Indra, we get very happy. We offer him food. When he becomes happy, he does lots of rain. And this rain,
green grass.
then there is green grass. And from that green grass, our cows can eat that very nicely and give lots and lots of milk. Then Nand Baba said to Krishna, is this all? If not this, then what more? Is this the only reason why we are worshipping Indra? Is this the only reason? Nand Baba said, we don't say like this, Krishna. Indra becomes very upset. Then Krishna said, you are so simple, Dad. And what is it said about Nand Baba in the Bhagavat Gita? Nand Maharaj is a very big scholar
He's a gentleman.
and a very gentleman. And therefore to explain to him is very difficult. So Dad, tell me this one thing. Where the worship of Indra does not occur, does that mean that there's not rain in that place? In the mountains, in the oceans, who does the worship there? In Australia, who does Indraji's worship? What about New Zealand? If you leave home, there's very nice sun. There's no need for rain. There's no need for an umbrella.
There's no prediction of a rain. In half an hour, all of a sudden it can rain.
And if it's raining and you leave home wearing a raincoat, 5 minutes later the sun will come and the rain will go. In Auckland, this is what happens. What is Indra's puja going on there? And about the ocean, it rains there as well. So who's doing the puja? In the mountains, who worships Indra there? So therefore, Baba, there are so many places where Indra is not worshipped. Does that not mean rain? It does not rain there? So Nand Baba had no words. This little boy, slowly he will explain. He put this theory forth.
Krishna put this theory which is called Karma Mimamsa forward. And then he said, Baba, these
activities, the karmas,
they are under the subordinate to the activities of karma. If the jivas have done good karmas, then no demigod can stop them from, they're bound to give them the benefits.
They have to do the job, else they are out. They will leave their post.
Then somebody else will be appointed.
बहुत सारे बैठे लाइन में।
Because a lot of people that are lining up.
देवता कौन बनता है?
Who becomes a
कोई
demigod?
अलग प्राणी है क्या?
Is it someone else?
हम ही आप
No.
कभी देवता भी बने हुए हैं।
We may have also become devtas in our past, maybe even a bird.
ये ब्रह्मांड में चक्कर कट रहा है। 14 लोगों का।
We have gone through the 14 different parts of
Planetary
Brahma,
systems,
sometimes the hellish planets,
पुण्य इकट्ठे हो
and one person who has collected lots of spiritual credits or sukriti,
जैसे
पुण्य।
भक्ति में भी,
just like in bhakti,
जिसका बहुत अच्छा प्रोफाइल हो,
one person who is
बहुत अच्छा एजुकेशन हो,
a country that has good education, they get a position, they become a celebrity.
जिसके बहुत सारे पुण्य इकट्ठे हो
A
जाते हैं,
person who has lots of good things, they become a demigod.
और वहाँ पर रहकर क्या करते हैं?
And what do they do there?
आनंद,
They just have enjoyment, lots of fun,
बड़ी मौज मस्ती।
lots and lots of fun.
लेकिन
However,
कितनी मौज मस्ती होती है?
how much
जितना
enjoyment
credit
happens?
है उतना।
Only enough to the amount of credit that they have.
अकाउंट से क्रेडिट निकलता जा रहा है,
Credit is leaving your account,
रोज एंजॉय कर रहे हो,
you're enjoying every single day,
समाप्त हो गया तो
and then once it ends,
वहीं से स्वर्ग से पृथ्वी पर,
you will come straight from heaven down to earth.
पृथ्वी पर आओ,
Go, live on earth,
फिर आओ।
earn your credits again, and then you can come.
यही एक ऐसा स्थान है
This is one such place
जहाँ
where
पर क्रेडिट, ये पुण्य,
these credits can be earned.
ध्यान से समझना।
Listen and understand carefully.
एग्जाम्पल,
So I'll give you an example.
एक गांव का लड़का,
One village boy
गांव का लड़का आया,
came to Brisbane from India.
एक फ्रेंड ने उसको बुला दिया,
A friend called him over,
फ्रेंड का नाम सिद्धार्थ,
and the friend's name was Siddharth.
हरियाणा के एक गांव का,
He is from a village in Haryana, and he called his father over, his friend over. I have kept some money in your account, and this is an ATM card.
एटीएम मशीन में जाना,
Go to an ATM machine. This is the PIN code.
डालना,
Put in the PIN and take the money out.
कितना लिमिट होता है?
How much of a limit is there?
$1,000।
$1,000.
चलो आपका बैंक बड़ा है,
Okay, your bank is very big.
$1,000 निकल आते हैं।
$1,000 come out.
इसकी का मशीन है कि लक्ष्मी देवी?
He said, is this a machine or Lakshmi Devi?
ऐसे कार्ड डाला,
So as soon as he put the card in, it went tuck, 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 put in the pin, and $1,000 came in, and he said, Jai Lakshmi Mata, Jai Lakshmi Devi. And he started touching the feet of the machine. I've never seen a machine like this which gives money. Jai Lakshmi, Jai Lakshmi.
$1,000 लिया,
So he took out $1,000
बस साइट सीन किया, टैक्सी
and did sightseeing, taxiing, went to a 5-star hotel,
$1,000
and by the night, all $1,000 was spent.
नेक्स्ट डे
Next day, he went to the machine card again. He did the procedure, entered the pin, got $1,000, Jai Ho Lakshmi.
अगले दिन तो आरती भी नहीं करता,
And next day, he went with her Aarti Thali and was doing worship there.
$1,000 खूब आनंद से,
And with $1,000, he had lots of enjoyment.
और एक दिन
And then one day,
कार्ड डाला,
he put in the card,
डाला,
put in the pin,
नहीं मिला,
and nothing came out.
वो तो लक्ष्मी रूठ गई,
He says Lakshmi must have left.
शायद मेरी पूजा कुछ गलत हो गई,
She's upset.
और मशीन को ठक ठक मार के
Yes, he
तो
kept
कुछ अटक गया,
hitting the machine. Has something happened? And not even a single coin came out. What is the problem now?
सिद्धार्थ को फोन किया,
So he rang up Siddharth.
बोला, सिद्धार्थ
Siddharth, brother,
करें,
what should I do?
एक भी पैसा, एक
There is not even $1.
अब मेरी आदत बिगड़ चुकी है,
Now I've become very spoiled.
5-star होटल में नहीं जाना,
Since every single day I've been living in 5-star hotels, and when I'm not there, it does not feel very good.
तुम कुछ कर,
So Siddharth said, were you doing something? Yes, I was. I was spending a little bit. Then he Siddharth says, I will check your account.
किया,
So he called the bank
तो ये
and asked,
सर रोज ही विड्रॉल था, एक एक
Sir, there was a withdrawal every single day of $1,000.
डाला था,
How much ever you put in,
विड्रॉल था,
each day it was being withdrawn and the money was finishing.
तुमने रोज पैसा
So Siddharth said, every single day you're taking out money?
निकाला, क्या किया?
Yes. And what were you doing with that money? I was spending it.
तो बाद
And that is the
दिया और पीछे
problem.
जीरो हो गया,
You were spending it all, and in behind the scenes it was reaching zero. You're spending every day and this was zero. So this is how the credit system works. Our punya
हम कमाते हैं,
that we earn
काम करके
from doing good things,
जब इकट्ठे हो जाते हैं,
when they accumulate,
हर व्यक्ति अपने क्रेडिट का ही खाता है।
each person consumes their own credit.
इसलिए किसी एक बहुत सियाने व्यक्ति ने बड़ी अच्छी बात कही,
Therefore, one
One clever man said,
clever man said this.
कि कभी किसी को देखकर ईर्ष्या क्यों होती है?
Whenever seeing someone, how does someone become a envious of a celebrity? Somebody becomes a billionaire. Does someone become a billionaire just like that?
उसको देखकर ईर्ष्या क्यों होती है?
From seeing that person, why does the enviousness arise?
हर व्यक्ति अपने
Every single person is using his own credits
आनंद लेता है
and taking enjoyment of those credits.
और हर क्रेडिट के पीछे एक सैक्रिफाइस
And behind each credit, there is a sacrifice.
ध्यान से सुनो
Listen very carefully.
हर पुण्य के पीछे एक
Behind
sacrifice
each good thing, there is a
है।
sacrifice.
कोई अपने सैक्रिफाइस का ही enjoy करता
In fact, everyone is enjoying the fruits of his own sacrifice. For example,
है। मैं एक दिन में $100 कमाता हूँ
in one day, I earn $100.
शाम को भागवत में $10 मैंने
And in the night, I give $10 to the temple for Bhagavat.
तो देखने में लग रहा है कि मैंने $10 का सैक्रिफाइस
So it looks like I gave a sacrifice of $10. Like I've lost money. I now have $90 left at the end of the day.
मैंने चढ़ा दिया
And I gave $10 to the temple.
ये सैक्रिफाइस तो हो गया और ऐसे जो बहुत सारे सैक्रिफाइसेस
This sacrifice happened. And once lots and lots of sacrifices accumulate, the enjoyment time comes.
जेब से $10 गया है
You think that from my wallet, I've lost $10. It looks from one perspective that it is
पुण्य का अकाउंट
gone down. But on the other hand, it is increased in your punya's account.
समाप्त हो
The $10 cash you've deposited
लेजर में
has decreased on your end, but it is increased on your punyas.
हो जाते हैं
And once lots of these accumulate,
किसी जन्म में
in one lifetime,
पर्सन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड
you'll be the richest person of the world.
सब एंजॉय करता है
You can enjoy everything.
पुण्यों का एंजॉय कर रहा है
And enjoying your own punyas using your credits.
और उस क्रेडिट्स के लिए उसने कितना सैक्रिफाइस
And for those credits, how much sacrifice must he have done? In his millions and millions of lives before. Using all the sacrifices together, lots and lots of sacrifices together, he was able to enjoy that.
become celebrities
Thus, we have celebrities, rich people, actresses.
हर कोई अपने सैक्रिफाइस पे
Everyone is enjoying their own sacrifices.
देवताओं का भी यही है
The same goes for the demigods. From doing lots of pious things, they have become devtas. And after enjoying,
यही फेंक देते हैं वापस
they get thrown back down.
सिद्धार्थ ने बोल दिया बेटा
So Siddharth in this way said, in each day you spend $1,000, now go back. Take a flight back to India, earn your own money and come back again.
ऐसे ही होता है
It's just like this.
इसलिए पुण्य कमाना
Therefore, earning punya
बड़ी बात नहीं
is not a big thing,
भक्ति कमाना बहुत बड़ी बात है
but earning bhakti is an even bigger thing.
अब ये दो अलग अलग चीज
So now these are two separate things. Now what is the difference?
क्लियर
Just to make it clear, the concept.
जहाँ पर ह्यूमन बीइंग एक मनुष्य
Where there's a human being, where a human is being saved,
सैक्रिफाइस किया जाता है
and having sacrifice for that, that is called punya.
जहाँ पर भगवान सेंटर है उस
Where Krishna or Bhagavan is the center, that is called bhakti.
वो पुण्य नहीं है
That is not punya.
भक्ति वाला लेजर
That is bhakti type pleasure.
जहाँ पर एक इंसान एक
Where one person, a soul,
होता है
is the center,
उस एक्टिविटी का वो पुण्य का
that is considered punya.
गरीब को खिला दिया
Feeding the poor,
ब्लैंकेट दे दिया
giving them blankets, donating,
किसको
giving to whom? To a person.
पुण्य
These are called punya. And what is the result? Devta.
और दूसरी ओर
And this, on the other hand,
भगवान से
where Bhagavan is the center,
हम लोग भी बहुत हेल्प करते हैं
we also help lots.
बच्चों को स्कूल में पढ़ाते
We also put kids into school, we pay their fees.
हैं। गरीब हैं उनको भी हम प्रसाद खिलाते
We also give the poor food, prasad.
हैं। भगवान को
But
सेंटर में रखो।
Bhagavan is in the center of all of that.
उन पर कंपैशन करके नहीं
And individually not putting compassion on
भगवान
them,
को सेंटर रखें।
but keeping
पहले वो
Bhagavan in the
चीज़
center.
भगवान को लगाई जाए।
So by offering it to Bhagavan first, and then taking that prasad, and then distributing it,
होमलेस हैं, पुअर हैं,
and distributing it to the homeless and feeding them,
उनको भी
through which they also get some greed.
पुण्य की एक्टिविटी नहीं है ये भक्ति वाली है।
This is not an activity of punya, but of bhakti.
पुण्य और भक्ति
So therefore, punya and bhakti are two very different things.
मैंने बोल दी
So now I've said the serious things. Where Krishna, Bhagavan is in the center, that is bhakti.
जहाँ पर कोई मनुष्य
Where a person
सेंटर है
is in the center,
भक्ति नहीं वो पुण्य
that is punya. The choice is now yours.
पुण्य कमाकर देवता
Do you want to
बनना
earn punya and become a demigod,
फिर आप भक्ति कमाकर
or earn
ऐसे
bhakti
स्थान पर
and go to
जाएंगे,
such a place
भगवान के धाम पर
where
जहाँ पर जाकर
Krishna's
कोई वहाँ से फेंकता नहीं
abode, where no one comes down and throws you?
कोई फेंकता नहीं है,
No one throws you.
उसका PR हो जाता है,
They get permanent residency.
वो परमानेंट रेजिडेंट सिटीजन हो जाता है वहाँ पर।
They become a
सारे
citizen.
देवता उसकी,
And all the demigods worship them.
सारे देवता मिले। लेकिन देवता बनकर
But from becoming a demigod, for a couple 10,000 years, you'll have that, you'll enjoy, and then you'll come back here
जीरो से स्टार्ट
and start from zero once again. This is the difference.
होमलेस किसको बोलते हैं?
Who do we call homeless?
यूएस में रोज ही लगभग ये बात बोलता हूँ।
In the United States, are there homeless people here?
देखिए अभी तरस आता है ना,
Don't you not feel sympathy for them?
इनको होमलेस कहा जाएगा?
Will we call them homeless? No,
ये होमलेस है ही नहीं,
these are not homeless.
ये फेक होमलेस है,
They are fake homeless,
बोनाफाइड होमलेस नहीं।
not bona fide homeless.
आप इन होमलेस को किसी एक को सड़क से बोलकर ये बोलो,
You tell these homeless people from the streets
मंदिर बन रहा
in Sanatan Dharam Mandir, Queensland, you should come here,
है, सेवा करो,
do some worship,
खाने को भी मिलेगा,
you'll get lots to eat and get everything. All the facilities are here. Now observe how many people will come. Will anybody want to come? No.
लंबा में हमारा सेंटर,
In Murvalamba, we have our mart.
किसी होमलेस लोग को बोलो देखो,
If you ask a homeless person to come there, we are ready to feed you
3 टाइम मील मिलेगा,
3 times a day meal. You will get clothes,
जेब खर्ची भी मिलेगा,
you'll get some pocket money, you'll get everything. But you'll have to worship Krishna.
देखो कितने लोग आएंगे,
So do this experiment and see how many people will come. You will get 0, not even 1,
क्योंकि वो होमलेस ही रहना,
because they want to remain homeless.
जबकि होम प्रोवाइड किया जा रहा है।
When even a home is being provided.
हमारे श्रील भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद
Our Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj
I have made a
says, I have made an institution
whole world can come and
where the whole world can come and stay.
see.
Prabhupada says,
हमारे जितने मंदिर हैं, हम उनको रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं,
we tell all our mandirs,
ब्रिज के नीचे
why are you living under a bridge? Come to the temple. We give you all the facilities, even a room.
नो इंटरेस्ट,
No interest at all.
होमलेस ही रहना चाहते
They want to remain homeless.
नहीं है।
So no, they are not homeless.
होमलेस कौन है?
Who is homeless? We are considered homeless.
क्या बात है?
And I will ask, why is this the case?
बहुत बड़े मंदिर में रहते हो,
You are in a very big temple.
आपके सिर पर शेल्टर है,
You have a shelter over your head. You get lots of food. You get nice clothes. So why are you considered homeless?
क्योंकि
Only because, now listen carefully,
हम जानते हैं वास्तव में हमारा होम क्या है,
we know in reality where our home is.
कौन सा हमारा घर है।
What
ये
is our
संसार
home?
हमारा घर नहीं है।
This material world is not our home.
कोई रनकॉन में रहे, 8
Not some we live in Runcorn, 8 Mile Plains. No, that is not our house.
हमारा घर कहाँ है?
Where is our home?
Where is our destination?
Where is our destination? Going to Krishna's Dham. That is our home.
And we are homeless.
And we are
हम
homeless.
अपने घर से, अपने home से
We
अलग
went
हो
from
गए
our
हैं।
home and have become disjointed from
And
that.
because we want to go back to our
And
home,
because we want to go back,
because we are practicing,
because we are
go back to
practicing
our
to go back to home,
we are actually bona fide homeless people.
we are bona fide homeless people.
हम लोग वास्तव में homeless नहीं।
We are in fact the true homeless
हम जानते हैं
because we
हमारा
know
घर क्या है,
where our
और
home
हम
is
वहाँ पर जाना चाहते हैं।
and we want to go there.
इच्छा तो है।
We have a desire,
ये है इसका वास्तविक मतलब, the bona fide meaning of
and
being homeless।
this is the bona fide meaning of being homeless.
ये जो सड़क पर घूमते हैं,
And these people on the streets,
ये homeless नहीं है भाई।
these are not homeless,
They are
brother.
pretending to be homeless.
They are pretending to be homeless
Don't know what is their home.
when they do not know what is their actual home. They don't even know that.
समझ आएगा?
Do you understand my?
ये पुण्य
These punya,
बस इकट्ठा होकर
having accumulated them,
देव लोग प्राप्त हो जाता है।
this is how demigods come.
यही philosophy
This philosophy,
जो मैंने short में कही,
which I have given to you in brief,
पिता नंद बाबा से,
Krishna was explaining this to Nand Baba.
बाबा देवता कर्माधीन है।
Baba, the demigods are
कर्म अच्छे
Under
हैं,
the
under the
तो देवता उसको फल देने के
action of
लिए
their
Act-
karmas.
action of the karmas. No one can stop them.
हिम्मत नहीं है।
Nobody has the
लेकिन
audacity.
जीव
Audacity.
कर्म यदि खराब है तो देवता क्या करेगा?
But if the jiva's karmas are bad, what will the demigods do? Even if you wear those special amulets or rings or gems, what can the demigods do
हमारे कर्म ही खराब है।
if your karmas are bad?
और बाबा हमारे कर्म देखो कैसे,
And Baba, see our karmas.
हम तो गैया की पूजा करते हैं,
We are worshipping cows.
बड़े सात्विक हैं।
We are very pure.
इसलिए
So in this way, who is this Indra? I want to find out whether he will rain, whether he will make it rain or not rain. Let's test. Why is Krishna saying so much? No, he can't say who is Krishna, because ultimately he is Krishna's own Das. If we say this, then some problem will arise. Therefore, he is saying in a very curvy way. So the Nand Baba says, son, look, I understand what you're saying. You're saying the truth, correct. But you go and play. You are a small child. They don't take the words of such a small boy so quickly. So Krishna then said, one more thing. You have been worshipping for so many years, but your worshipable deity is not Indra.
Has ever your worshipable deity Indra ever given you darshans?
No, he has not. Has he ever come and given you something to eat?
It's a
Useless demigod. He is a useless demigod. So now listen to me. I'll tell you the ultimate thing.
The way of presentation is,
How does a presentation happen? First an introduction, then an elaboration, and in the last the essence or conclusion. This is the formulation of a presentation. So in the essence, Krishna is saying at the end, Baba, listen to me. Stop the worship of this demigod. It is useless. So leaving this worship, who should we worship? Should we worship you? So Nand Baba said, Krishna says, Nand Baba is right, maybe Krishna is right.
I should be the worship one.
So,
But if I say Baba worship me, then he'll be angry at me and hold my ears and then beat me. Oh, you have come big God. He can't say that, so he can't admit that you should worship me. And that time Krishna is thinking, but then maybe they should worship someone
who's just like me. If I do my own puja, then my dad will not understand. And so, the entire Brajvasis were convinced by Nand Baba's decision. What Nand Baba says is the final. Who is the key person is very, very clever. Krishna captures that person. Why will he say different people? He will capture the prime person. So Krishna then said, Father, Baba, in our Braja, there is a very big demigod. We should worship them. Then Nand Baba asked, what is this demigod? And Krishna said, this is Govardhan, GIRRIRAJA, the person who is the topmost of all mountains. We should worship them. And do you know why? Because you are asking everything for green grass. And on Govardhan, there is beautiful waters, rivers, lakes.
gardens.
There's very green grass. There's lots of fruits. And it offers all of that. Our grass can eat that. Our cows can eat that. They can drink the water. And all these fruits, flowers.
Caves.
Therefore, we should pray and worship to GIRRIRAJA Govardhan.
Only.
There is one more philosophy here. Try to understand. Look. We are jivas of this material world. The jivas of this material world have 18 faults. Which are these? So Rupa Goswami is saying this in Mukta Samsandhu. 18 faults. So now we have all of these. How? I'll tell you quickly. So just say more illusion. We get
tired when we work a little bit harder, so we sleep, and then we are illusion, Brahm. Then we have a lot of ambitions, desires, and sometimes there is doubt also, whether this is happening right or not. So doubt.
फिर असत्य,
then we tell lies also.
क्रोध,
Anger,
मात्सर्य,
envy,
सब 18 दोष।
like this we have 18 faults, all of us have.
अब भगवान आए हैं इस पृथ्वी पर।
Now Bhagwan has come on this earth, in this material world.
भगवान को स्पर्श कर सकते हैं?
Will these faults ever touch Bhagwan?
लेकिन अगर भगवान इनको स्पर्श करना चाहे,
But if Bhagwan wants to touch them, can anybody stop him?
कोई बड़ा आदमी है,
So if there is a big billionaire and he is a driver
और उसके पास बड़ी गाड़ी है,
and he has got a big car,
तो वो chauffeur driven car है।
so there is a chauffeur driven car, the driver is always ready to drive the car. But if the owner wants to drive one himself,
अब मेरी मर्जी है,
today I wish to drive myself, he is a big man, he has a desire to, can the driver tell him not to?
वो कुछ भी चाहे करना,
He can do whatever he wants to.
ऐसे ही
Similarly,
भगवान इस संसार में
Bhagwan comes to this material world,
तो स्पर्श नहीं कर पाए,
these all faults cannot touch Bhagwan.
लेकिन
But
अगर भगवान
if Bhagwan with his own intention, his own desire wants to embrace these faults, then what happens?
मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री
Just for example, Maryada Pururshottama Ram, he was following the boundaries of etiquette.
मर्यादा कोई फांसी है,
But the etiquette is like a kind of fasi, like a,
अपनी इच्छा से उस मर्यादा
he himself wanted to cross, he wanted to accept it.
को बाउंड नहीं,
Nobody was bounding him with those etiquettes.
सारे दोषों को भी
Similarly, all of these faults,
को पुष्ट कर
they nourish each and every pastime.
मोह हो जाता है।
And Bhagwan also gets moha, in illusion.
जब भ्रम होता है
When he is in
वो लीला हो जाता
illusion, it is called Brahma Vimohan. Oh, where are my calves gone? Where are my friends gone?
है। दोष भ्रम को गले लगा लिया,
So when he embraced one fault, that is the illusion, then such a big pastime happened. Brahma illusion happened. Brahma Miho. Did Brahma lie?
हाँ बोला,
What did he say?
बताओ,
So when what happened?
खाने वाले खाते हैं,
Krishna said lies. He is at Brahman Ghat in Gokul. He ate the dirt, and the Yashoda Maya came,
कृष्ण को ऐसे देख रही है,
and Maya was looking at Krishna,
तेवर देखती है,
and when Krishna saw mother, he was like understood something is not right.
जब भी ना माँ का मुंह देखता है ना,
When the child sees the mother's face, he understands the mood of the mother,
बच्चे का मुंह को देखकर समझ आता है।
and the mother can also understand the mood of the child by looking at the face. So now today Krishna has eaten the dirt, so, and Yashoda Maiya's mood was very angry,
सीधा हाथ गया कान पर,
and straight away she held his ear.
ये तो यशोदा मैया का प्रेम है।
This is Yashoda Maiya's love.
सीधा हाथ कान पर,
Immediately she rolled his ears.
तूने आज मिट्टी खाई,
I heard you ate dirt today, Krishna.
बहुत लंबी कथा है,
This is a long story. I'm not going in the details. And the Bhagwan said,
भक्षितम हुआ, हे मैया,
"Oh mother,
माटी नहीं,
I haven't eaten the dirt.
ये जो जितने मेरे सखा लोग
All my friends, whatever they are complaining to you,
सब झूठ बोल रहे
they are lying.
हैं, लेकिन मैं
But
ना
I,
भक्षितम हुआ, सर्वे मिथ्या विश्वसिना, ये सब मिथ्या कह रहे हैं।
they all are telling lies.
यदि सत्य ग्रही समक्ष पक्ष में मुखम, यदि तुमको विश्वास नहीं
If you don't believe me, you can see my mouth and open my mouth and check."
सीधा सीधा झूठ बोल रहे हैं,
So straight away he's lying, isn't it? He has eaten the dirt, isn't it?
इसका मतलब क्या?
What does it mean?
ना हम भक्षितम, ये संस्कृत ना
This Sanskrit is a very strange language.
एक अक्षर के 5-5 अर्थ
For every word you can make 5 meanings out of it.
है, 5 meanings, more than 5।
More than 5 meanings out of it.
जो शब्द है ना हम,
This the word na aham.
कहा जाए
If you say it together,
अलग मिले
it has a different meaning.
निकलता है, और इसको डिवाइड
If you divide it, split it, it has a different meaning.
थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगा।
Okay, it will be very tricky for you to understand. For example,
मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माखन खायो, ओ मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माखन खायो, क्या कह रहे हैं?
for example, in this song, what is Krishna saying? Oh mother,
खायो,
did I eat? I did not eat the mud.
नहीं खाया,
Oh, I did not eat the butter.
नहीं है ना,
So the word no, if you break it in Sanskrit,
मैया मोरी मैंने ही
then that it makes the meaning I certainly ate dirt.
करके ना मैंने ही मैंने ही तो माखन
He's
खाया।
saying, I certainly ate the butter.
भगवान सत्य व्रतम सत्य परम त्रिसत्यम, सब समय सत्य बोलते हैं।
So Krishna always tell lies. He doesn't say lie. He always tell truth, never says lies. So even if he's using the word like that, it is still a truth.
इसका मतलब क्या निकलता है?
So what does the meaning come out?
मिट्टी की बात कर रही है,
Mother, you're talking about the dirt. I have eaten the whole universe.
मेरे पेट में
Everything is in my stomach.
ना हम भक्षित होगा, तो झूठ नहीं बोल रहे।
I'm not telling lies, Mother.
और दूसरी बात तो ये है,
And secondly, this is
भगवान भी सोचते हैं हर जगह
Bhagwan
सत्य
also
बोलो।
thinks I tell truth everywhere.
झूठ में भी क्या फ्लेवर है वो भी थोड़ा
I should taste what is the flavor of lie
और
also.
वो फ्लेवर ब्रज में ही हो सकता है।
And that flavor is possible only in Braja. Because everywhere outside, everybody takes Krishna very seriously.
अगर मैं एक प्रेजेंटेशन कर रहा हूँ, आप लोगों को कुछ कह रहा हूँ,
If I'm doing a presentation,
रिजर्वेशंस,
so I have reservations here.
एक सीरियस होकर मैं एक प्रेजेंटेशन
Because if I'm doing a very presentation very seriously,
प्रोग्राम समाप्त हो
but
जाएगा,
when the program is finished,
गुरु भाइयों के साथ बैठकर
when I'm sitting with my god brothers, I can do jokes. Nobody will take it seriously. They laugh.
बाहर वृंदावन से
So similarly, outside Vrindavan,
ही बोलना पड़ेगा।
he has to speak truth always. But in the Braj, the people they understand Krishna and they can reconcile. So when he thinks, oh, I might say some lies and have a fun with it.
फ्लेवर है, उसको भी चाहिए।
So he wants to taste the flavor of telling lies also.
झूठ बोलना एक दोष है।
So although telling lies is a fault, but Krishna has accepted that, embraced it, and like this in the pastime of stealing the butter and many other pastimes, and similarly holding the Govardhan pastimes.
अभिमान, ये fault है ना,
He is accepting the fault Abhiman, pride. Although pride is a fault, but
देखकर कि
by seeing this, that
मेरे ब्रजवासी
in my presence,
इंद्र की पूजा,
my Brajvasis, my associates will worship Indra. Bhagwan embraced this false pride, this pride.
एक fault बन के कारण
And because of that fault, what did he do? Such big pastime happened.
हजारों डिटेल्स
There are thousands of details of this. We time for it.
और कारण है।
There is another reason
गोवर्धन
for holding the Govardhan.
होगा क्या?
What will happen with that?
क्यों कर रहे हैं भगवान?
Why is Bhagwan doing these pastimes?
परम करुण, बड़े करुणा वाले,
Because Rasik Shekhar Krishna is very compassionate.
सारे faults को
Of,
समझ
understand the fact.
इन सारे faults को
All these faults.
स्वीकार करके
He is accepting these faults with by doing all these pastimes.
fault समाप्त हो जाए।
By listening to these pastimes, these faults will finish in us, just like iron cuts the iron.
बात पकड़ में आ रही है?
Can you understand?
झूठ बोलने की tendency,
We have a tendency to tell lies, but someone who hears the pastimes of eating the dirt, eating the stealing the butter, or the Govardhan pastimes again and again, the tendency to tell lies will finish by listening to these pastimes. Therefore, Bhagwan deliberately embraces these faults, accepts them, and then expands all these pastimes. Because he is Rasik Shekhar, he is very compassionate. This is the tattva reality, the fact.
गिरिराज महाराज थोड़ा सा लोग थक गए हैं,
It seems tired.
टेंशन देना पड़ता है समझने।
You have to give lot of attention to understand.
राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, राधा रमन हरि बोल। मेरे पीछे गाओ। जय जय राधा रमन, जय जय राधा रमन, ओ जय जय राधा रमन, प्यारा राधा रमन, गिरिराज महाराज की जटिल हो गया थोड़ा सा.
It's been very difficult today. Now we come to very simple one.
कृष्ण अब फाइनली बोल दिया.
So Krishna now finally says, so now the essence.
बाबा पूजा करो.
Oh Papa,
गिरिराज गोवर्धन.
if you have to worship, you should worship Giriraj Govardhan.
गोवर्धन की पूजा करने के लिए बहुत सारे लोग जा रहे हैं.
So now lots of people are going to worship Giriraj Govardhan, the entire universe.
इसके पीछे दो इतिहास.
So now how do you get there? Now there are two ways. The first history,
जाने के लिए श्री राम जी
when Sri Ramji had to go to Lanka
सेतु बंधन
and had to make the bridge over the ocean.
बड़े बड़े पत्थरों को चट्टान
So the monkeys were having lots of heavy rocks, boulders. So Hanumanji went to Govardhan Ji and prayed to Govardhan Ji, "Oh Govardhan, I will take you with me." Govardhan Ji says, "No, I want to stay here. I'm happy here."
अरे तुमको ले जा रहा हूँ
Oh,
राम जी की
I am taking you for Ramji's seva, worship.
राम आपके मस्तक पर चरण रखेंगे.
Ramji will keep his feet on your head.
तो गोवर्धन जी ने कहा तो तुरंत ले चलो.
So Govardhan said, "Yes, take me immediately."
हनुमान जी गोवर्धन जी को उठाकर
So Hanumanji went to Govardhan Ji and carried him.
वृंदावन की भूमि के ऊपर
However, as soon as he went over Vrindavan's land,
आकाशवाणी
in that moment, an aerial voice came.
बंधन हो चुका है.
The Setu has already been lifted.
Completed the bridge.
The bridge.
वहीं पर ही रख दो. लाने की आवश्यकता.
Go and leave it there. It is no need to bring it.
हनुमान जी वहीं पर ही.
So Hanumanji dropped the Giriraji there.
आप तो कह रहे थे राम की सेवा में ले जाओगे.
He was saying to take it and use it for Ramji's seva.
हनुमान जी ने कहा क्या करें.
And Hanumanji said, "What should I do?" Ramji's wish changed.
मैं तो सेवा से वंचित हो गया.
And he said, "I am
Deprived
of my service."
चिंता मत करो.
So he said, "Do not worry, Govardhan.
राम की सेवा नहीं श्याम की
You will not be used in Ramji's seva, but in Sham's seva.
सेवा तुम
You will be used in Sri Krishna's seva.
थोड़ा समय प्रतीक्षा करें.
But even then, you'll have to wait some time."
गिरिराज जी ने कहा
So then Giriraji said,
मैं कुछ समय क्या बहुत समय तक प्रतीक्षा करूंगा.
"What to speak of little time, I will wait for long time.
सेवा मिलेगी मैं तो बिल्कुल निश्चित.
But I am very, very pleased to be used in Sham seva."
पर्वत उड़ते भी थे पहले.
In
In those days, even the
mountains used to fly.
पंख होते थे
They used to have wings
पर्वतों में.
of the mountains.
कई सभी उड़कर कहीं पर भी जाकर बैठ.
That is why they could go wherever they want and fly. And wherever they landed, the entire the town would be destroyed.
seeing that,
और इंद्र
Indra was very
Very
angry.
angry.
सारे पर्वतों के पर
And he cut all the wings of all the mountains.
और ये देखकर ये उड़ते
And having seen this, a lot of them went into the ocean
To
prevent from being cut.
cut by
इंद्र का क्रोध शांत हो जाएगा.
So once Indra's anger becomes subdued, then we will come out again. So in that moment,
प्रार्थना की हे अगस्त्य जी
Indra had
prayed to
Agastya ji.
बड़े दुष्ट हो गए.
These mountains had become very
very shrewd. They can sit anywhere, and all the villages and towns are destroyed wherever they feel sitting. And now they have gone into these hiding into the water in the oceans. So Agastya Rishi, you please drink all the water.
6 बाल्टी पानी नहीं पी सकते.
we can't even give 6 buckets of water, drink 6 buckets of water. And Agastya Rishi drank 7 oceans of water in his fold in hands, in palms, not 7 buckets. He just drank all the 7 oceans with his hands. And then Indra could see which mountain was hiding where. And then he could go, and that is why they are underwater as well. These are also living entities, these mountains. And therefore, Girirajji, when prayed, you will get the service of Shyamji. And since then, Girirajji was waiting for yugas and yugas to get completed, and when Krishna will come and I'll get in his service. And there is another pastime in another kalpa.
There was a Rishi, Pulashta Rishi. And there was no mountain in Kashi. So he asked to Govardhanji, come with me. We will go to Kashi. Govardhanji did not want to go to Kashi. Why? Everyone chants their Shivoham, Shivoham. What does this mean? I have become Shiv. I have become Shiv. Can anyone become Shiv? Whoever chants Shivoham, Shivoham, will anybody become Shiv from this? From tomorrow, I will also begin to chant Prime Minister Hum, Prime Minister Hum. Just by saying this, will I become Prime Minister? One person who thinks he has become Shiv, they will say, have some mercy on us. Since then, I have not been able to have the taste.
Nobody has been able to tell the taste of cyanide. Can you eat a little bit cyanide and tell us what is the taste of cyanide poison is?
If it is sweet, then I will serve it. If it is sour, salty, then tell me. From eating 1 drop of cyanide, can anyone survive? And now Shivji ate the entire cup of cyanide.
And became Nilkant.
So from Shivaham, Shivaham, no one can become Shivji. So therefore, one place, Govardhanji did not want to visit this place. He said, I will give you,
She said, I'll give you curse
if you do not go. And then he said, okay, I will go. But I also have one condition. You cannot put me down anywhere. Wherever you put me, I will not go. He says, why would I put you down? I will take you flying quickly. And thus he went and carried the Govardhan. And once he reached Braj,
by the desire of Lord, he got the nature's call. And Pulasya Rishi forgot his promise that I am not supposed to keep Govardhanji on the ground anywhere. So he kept the Govardhanji on the ground, and after taking the bath, he was ready to hold the mountain again, Govardhanji, and then he refused. He said, I told you, you shouldn't leave me on the ground. But Pulasya Rishi said, I'll curse you. Govardhanji said, even if you forget about 100 curses, I'm still not going to move from here. And Pulasya Rishi cursed him. Every day, you will become smaller by the size of 1 sesame seed.
this is the curse.
Giriraj said, I don't mind 10 curses.
Why? Because I will receive the service of Sham, the service of Krishna. Even if I have to take curses to be used in Krishna's service. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, O Krishna, being used in your seva, whatever pain or sadness I receive, whatever I have to tolerate, I will tolerate it with lots of happily.
Matter of happiness for me. That troubles are because of you.
You are the center of that. That's why I'm very happy to embrace that.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying. So who can ever tolerate so much for Bhagwan? So does Krishna not acknowledge that? Do you not understand?
He
does understand. This is why today he said to Nanda Baba, if you have to worship and do a puja, we should do GIRRIRAJ Govardhan.
गारंटी देता हूँ
I will give you the guarantee
कि हमारे देवता
that our demigod Govardhan,
Our God.
God
ये
Govardhan,
दर्शन भी देंगे और खाकर भी देंगे।
will give darshan and also eat it.
नंद बाबा इतना सारा कुछ सुन लिया ना,
Nanda Babaji, having heard so much, then developed faith.
दुनिया जो कह रहा है
Whatever Krishna is saying is philosophical
बिल्कुल सिद्धांत के द्वारा
and is very true to scriptures. And he's fully convinced by Krishna's presentation. He has full faith.
तो ठीक है कन्हैया,
So, okay Krishna,
इस वर्ष हम इंद्र की पूजा
on this, having known this, we will not do the worship of Indra.
घोषणा कर दी। सारे ब्रजवासी
So all the Brajvasis went to Govardhan Ji. Whoever made whatever preparation, come and bring that. Why? Why?
कैसे
Why?
इतने सालों से हम एक परंपरा
For so many years, we have been
पुरानी परंपरा
following the tradition
अभी नई परंपरा
of worshipping Indra. But now we have this new parampara. Who said this? Oh, Kanhaiya said it. Then everybody became quiet.
वो तो इनके आगे तो चलेगी नहीं किसी को।
In front of them, nothing can change. Whatever he says is Shastra. Whatever he says is ultimately
The rules.
the rules. And that is Bhagavataram.
ये है भागवत प्रोक्ता उपाय ही आत्मलब्धे आज्ञा पुंसना विदुषम विधि भागवतम। भागवत धर्म क्या है?
What is Bhagavad Dharma? Taking the knowledge from
Words of
Krishna and tasting that.
तो सब बड़े प्रसन्न।
So everyone is very happy.
और इस वर्ष इंद्र की पूजा ना करके सब
And this time, instead of worshipping Indra, they took the
सिर पर धोकर लाए।
food
all the food
on their heads.
ये एक आदर का प्रतीक है।
This is a,
This is a matter of respect.
किसी को कोई प्रेजेंट देना हो
if you have to give anyone a present,
करके भगवान को
let alone Bhagwan,
मस्तक पर धारण कर
keeping it on your head,
क्यों मस्तक पर?
why on your head?
That's the top of the
This is the top of your body,
पूरे शरीर का सबसे बड़ा important
the topmost point of your body. This is the most important.
होते हैं।
All the wisdom comes from here.
जिसका ये खराब हो जाएगा
Who has a bad head,
बॉडी खराब हो
the entire body is bad.
जाएगा। ये ऑफ नहीं होना चाहिए, ये ऑन रहना चाहिए।
Your head should never go bad. It should always stay on. It is the most important part of the body, the matsa.
ये जिसके आगे झुकता है
And if it goes in front of
Down
someone,
in front of someone.
what happens from bowing down in front of someone?
ये एक बहुत बड़ा गुण है।
This is a very big quality.
भगवान के सामने
That it bows down in
front of
Guruji and
मस्तक
Bhagwan.
को झुकाना।
Therefore, to bowing down your head,
इसने मस्तक पर कोई वस्तु ला
therefore, keeping something and offering something from which is placed on your head is a very
Matter of
Pride.
matter of respect and honor.
करके सारी सामग्री
So they got all the objects, keeping them on their head. They brought it on the
पुरोहित बन गए,
Haladini,
वही priest बन गए। सबसे पहले
on the
का पूजन स्वयं भगवान ने ही
side of the Govardhan.
स्वयं भगवान ने। पूजा भी किसकी?
raised land.
गिरिराज जी। वो कौन
And
है?
whom? No, something else. I'll tell you later. I can't remember.
पुजारी कौन?
And who is the priest? Krishna.
सारे पकवान हमारे।
So all the different things they had cooked, they brought them there. And Krishna is telling everyone, fold your hands, offer obeisances. So now Bhagwan himself is doing obeisances to Govardhan Ji. And seeing him, everyone started paying obeisances.
ये कन्हैया बड़ा बोल रहा था।
This Krishna is saying a lot.
देवता दर्शन देगा, दर्शन
He will say that this God will give his darshan.
पाकर विश्वास
Till now, no God has come. Have we
We
trusted Krishna?
and brought everything, and he hasn't given darshan yet.
And he said, look, everyone, put your hands together and worship. O Govardhan Maharaj, give us your darshan.
हाथ जोड़कर कहा,
So everyone folded their hands and said, O Govardhan Maharaj, give us your darshan.
बोला, तो गोवर्धन जी से
And at that moment, a very big form erupted from Govardhan Ji.
बहुत बड़ा
A very big form.
कौन सा रूप?
And what was this form?
क्योंकि गोवर्धन
Krishna himself. Because who is Govardhan? Krishna himself.
सब देखने लगे।
Now everyone started looking.
बड़ा देवता हमारे ब्रज में
Such a big God who is in our
भी नहीं।
Amraj. We never even thought about him.
इतना बड़ा
So beautiful, so big.
अधिकार कर रहे हैं।
Everybody was glorifying. And Krishna's
And
friends,
Krishna,
जो कृष्ण के सखा
all of Krishna's sakhas,
गड़बड़
they were saying something looks off.
कुछ यहाँ पर कुछ नाटक चल रहा है।
something funny is up here.
क्योंकि जो रूप निकला है ना,
Because this form that has come looks just like Krishna.
अब कंपेयर कर रहे हैं आँख से आँख
And now he's
मिलाएं,
comparing eyes to eyes, the nose to the nose.
बराबर के, बस वो बड़ा है,
He's saying everything is the same except one is small, one is big.
जब कृष्ण ने देखा ना मेरे सखा से,
And when Krishna said to his sakhas,
पूजा
hey,
के समय सामने देखते हैं
when you're doing the puja, you should look forward, don't look side.
और देवताओं को दर्शन करो, उनको नेत्रों से निहारो,
Give all your attention to the demigods, so to the God.
प्रार्थना करने लगे।
So everyone started praying.
कहने लगे, हे गिरिराज
And Krishna started saying, Oh Giriraj Maharaj,
वासी,
these Brajvasis
पूजन करने के लिए
are doing
सारे पकवान
your puja and have brought lots of offerings. Please accept them.
जैसे कृष्ण ने कहा,
So as soon as Krishna said this,
के तो पर्वत से इतने लंबे लंबे हाथ निकले,
from Giriraj, lots of big hands came out. Two big hands came out.
हाथ निकले।
Two very long hands.
देखो यहाँ पर भी ये हमारे भक्त लोग माताएं
So look, our Matajis here have brought so much offerings.
खुला खुला तो
Lots of open
बताएं,
offering.
सब हाथ जोड़ो।
So now everybody fold your hands to do the offering. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
इतने बड़े बड़े हाथ निकले,
Such big hands came out,
गिरिराज जी सब खा,
and Giriraj is eating everything, one by one.
इसको क्या बोला गया?
And what is this called?
अन्नकूट।
Annakut. Have you heard this before?
अन्नकूट बोलते हैं ना?
You say Annakut, right? What does Annakut mean?
कूट का मतलब होता है पर्वत,
Kut means Parvat or mountain,
का मतलब
and An
सामग्रियों का पर्वत,
means Savangriya ka Parvat,
से
The mountain of the things, mountain of food.
food. So there's things like Malpua.
और रसगुल्ले का पर्वत,
And there was a mountain of Rasgullas, a mountain of Gulab Jamuns, a mountain of Rasmalai.
पानी आ रहा क्या?
Are you having, is your mouth watering?
जलेबी का पर्वत,
There's a mountain of Jalebi,
का पर्वत, हलवे का पर्वत,
there's a mountain of Halwa,
और चावल का,
and
पूरी का,
Rice.
पकौड़ी
a mountain
का,
of
कचौड़ी का,
all these
बहुत
things.
सारी सामग्री।
And there's lots and lots of mountains.
और कोई नाम बताना?
Is there one more thing?
बोल दो। लड्डू का पर्वत,
There's a mountain of laddus,
बर्फी का पर्वत,
a mountain of barfi,
अम्मा बोल रही है,
banging ka barfi.
सांभर वड़े का पर्वत,
Sambar.
Sing.
चमच, ओ महाराज जी की जय हो। मलाई चमचम का,
A mountain of Malai Chum Chum.
from audience,
Anyone else from the audience have anything?
ढोकले का पर्वत,
A mountain of Dokla,
खांडवी,
Khandvi,
सब,
pizza.
Pizza ka parvat, pasta ka
खीर
parvat.
का, और क्या बोले?
Khichdi ka parvat.
Khichdi.
खिचड़ी का पर्वत, नाना प्रकार की चटनियाँ,
Lots and lots of different types of chutney. Khatti, meeta, sweet, salty.
इतने सारे व्यंजन।
There were so many offerings.
स्टार्टिंग है,
Chappan Bhog is a starting, not an ending. Where does it start from?
इतने सारे पकवान,
There were so many offerings.
लूची पूड़ी,
There was luchi puri, paneer,
फलों का,
fruits,
बकलावा का,
baklava,
नट्स का,
the nuts.
ये सब। अच्छा चलो, anyway,
Okay, anyways.
ये अन्नकूट हो गया।
This had become an annakut.
गिरिराज जी एक एक हाथ लेकर
And Giriraj is taking one hand by one and ate everything.
और कहने लगे आनोरे,
And said, Aniore, Anore.
आनोरे का मतलब होता
What
है
does this mean?
और ले आओ।
Bring more, bring me more.
कृष्ण कहने लगे देखा हमारे
And Krishna said, look what our God, He gave our viewing, but also He's asking for more, asking for more. So what you have left at home and hidden, bring that as well. Yes. Did a Mataji bring halwa here? Yes, she must have left some at home as well. We don't know if we will get there. So when I go home, I will definitely have some.
सब ब्रजवासी दौड़े दौड़े गए,
So all the Brajvasis came running and brought more.
गोवर्धन जी सब खा गए।
And one by one, Govardhan ji ate everything. And he says, Anore, bring more, bring more.
सारे ब्रजवासी कन्हैया को देख रहे
So all the Brajvasis are looking at Kanhaiya and saying, Anore, where from? Where will you bring more from?
हैं, और कहाँ से लाए?
Where from?
भाग अपने देवता को सब चटक
We have given everything to our God.
Control him now.
अच्छा ठीक है। एक तुलसी पत्र लिया, बोला,
So he took one Tulsi Patra. Guriraji, calm down, you have eaten a lot.
इदम तांबूलम,
Here, have some tambulam
तुमको शांति।
or betel nut. And he became quiet, subdued. Everyone is very satisfied. Today, for the very first time, it happened
इतना परिश्रम करके
that after giving so much offering, having slept not at all last night, having made so much puri, batura,
और गिरिराज जी
and Giriraji
भगवान को
has eaten all our offerings,
अच्छा लगता है ना,
how nice does it feel?
ये भी एक बड़ी बात है।
This itself is a big thing. All these Matajis,
घर में बहुत सारी चीजें बनाती
they made lots at home
और ठूस ठूस के खिलाती है।
and they forcefully feed.
नहीं, किस बात पर मैं एक बात बोल रहा हूँ,
And at this, I'm saying one thing.
अगर हम खा रहे हैं
If we are eating,
तो मेरे को सुख लगेगा ना,
so I feel sad.
Happy.
लेकिन ये क्यों जबरदस्ती खिलाती है?
So why did she feed us forcefully? Because she also gets happiness. What happiness? The happiness of feeding.
समझ रहे हैं?
Do you understand?
इसी को कहा
This is why it said,
विषय जाति सुख और आश्रय जाति सुख।
Vishya Jati Sukh.
This is why it is called Vishay. Krishna is the enjoyer. He tastes everything. He accepts offering everything. But Radha ji, she gives pleasure to Krishna.
क्या है राधा जी में?
What kind of the enjoyment does she get by giving Krishna the enjoyment? This is what Krishna is amazed about. So Krishna thinks, when I enjoy something, I do find it enjoying, but what kind of happiness she getting by serving me? So like this, Mataji serve Maharaji, please eat one more. So Maharaji is enjoying, but then he thinks, what is the Mataji getting by feeding me? She gets the enjoyment of feeding someone.
सारे ब्रजवासियों का मन इतना,
So all the Brajvasis are so happy.
और कृष्ण सब कुछ भोग लगाएंगे, सब आनंद में।
And Krishna has offered everything with lots of enjoyment. Everyone is very happy and satisfied.
ये सखा है ना,
But Krishna's suckers,
उदास होकर बैठे।
they are very sad and looking very disappointed.
कन्हैया ने कहा, तुम उदास क्यों हो रहे हो?
Krishna asks, why are you feeling sad?
सच्ची बोले कि
Krishna, if I tell you the truth or the lie? And Krishna says, tell us the truth. The truth is,
देवता बेकार है, पहले वाला देवता बहुत अच्छा था।
your God is useless, but the other one was better.
Was better.
उस देवता को भोग लगाते थे, सारा का सारा प्रसाद हमारे लिए बचा रहता था।
Your old God was very good because all the prasad used to be left over for us.
लगाया, सब खा गया।
And now your God, who we've offered food, he's eaten everything. Not even one grain is left for us. Therefore, he is not of any good.
हमारे देवता को नहीं जानते।
So Krishna doesn't know our God. Because whatever he eats, he gives 2 times as much prasad back.
कब देगा?
And he says, when will he give it?
वहाँ पर जो एजेड, जो ओल्ड
The old elderly people there. So the old ladies, they said, Krishna, there's one thing I'll tell you once prasad comes.
दादी तू पहले बता दे,
Dadi, a grandmother, you tell me now.
आएगा प्रमाण हो
No, she says, once the prasad comes, then I will say it. Okay. So then they pray to Giriraji,
ब्रजवासियों को प्रसाद तो दो,
but give the Brajvasis some food. Give them the prasad. But the prasad is not coming.
सब कहने लगे
Everyone started saying, Krishna, is there a problem
देवता प्रसाद नहीं दे रहा,
that the Devkata is not giving us prasad?
उसको लज्जा लग रही है,
He is having
शर्मा।
shy. He's
अपने नेत्र बंद करोगे,
so everyone close your eyes and then he will
नहीं, आप लोग नहीं,
not you guys, don't close your eyes. He's telling the people there.
सारे ब्रजवासी अपनी आंखों को बंद
So all the Brajvasis closed their eyes
करो, और एक तो सका
and all the suckers and some suckers looking like that also. They're seeing something is up.
They want to see that what's happening.
They wanted to see the magic that is happening.
एक की भी
So Krishna said, even if one person's eye is open, then the Giriraj will not give prasad. So everyone closed all their eyes. So as soon as the eyes closed, whatever they had offered, 2 times as much
अपने घर से लाया था,
came back.
वो 2 गुना डबल
whatever they had taken from home came back as 2 times as much. And thus this old woman said, "Oh Kanhaiya, first you didn't tell us कि this is a magical devta. Whatever he gives comes out double. This time I bought one, next 2 kilos came back, next time I bring 2 and I'll get 4. I'll take 5 and I'll get 10. And everyone said, what magic is this? That whatever we have bought has doubled in size. So Krishna, we should have this offering of prasad now. Krishna said, not like this. The puja isn't incomplete. Then they asked, what is missing? What is left? We have to do the parikrama. We have to do a parikrama of Govardhan. And he said, such a big mountain? How much do you have to travel? 24 kilometers. If you go to Govardhan parikrama, who has gone? Raise your hands. Oh, quite a few people have gone. The person who goes for the first time, they do 8 kilometers, 10 kilometers, and once you reach the 12th kilometer, some people have come with me as well in the past. This is a 1-year-old, 20-year-old story. So we will do Govardhan Parikrama with a very big intention. So after 12 kilometers, so halfway, they begin to ask, how much is left? And when this question comes, that means you know the energy level is decreasing. Oh, only just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay, we'll go. Krishna Krishna. So 2 kilometers more happened. It still hasn't finished. There's still more. And you tell him 10 kilometers is left, he will sit down. Now I will definitely not go. So my Guru Bhai, Madhav Priya Prabhu, went together. Do you know what he used to say? He said, do you see that really big tree there? Just near there is the ending, finish line. So he looks at that from a far distance. It's just ending now. And at the moment he captures him in talks. Krishna did this, Bhagavan did this. And then the big tree, it went, what to speak of it, went far back. And once they reached that more forward, he was fully absorbed in the katha. And when the katha ended, he realized that the tree is left far behind. But then he said, do you see that water tank there? It's ending there. So just like this, by forcing them, he was able to went that far. Now we've got the final 5 kilometers. In those last kilometers, the feet start to dance. So they start to dance. So whenever you're doing parikrama, you see, in the last 3 kilometers of the dancing portion, you understand they're coming for the first time. They're coming for the first time just by looking at them. But people who are doing it every day, they don't have any effect. The first time it happens like this. So in this way, 24 kilometers we'll have to travel. Krishna said yes. The Sakha said there is no problem in moving. So then what's the difficulty? The difficulty is that we are doing parikrama and from behind us all the monkeys will steal the food. We will not get any prasad. Krishna says, do not worry. Even the monkeys will come along with us. Even the parrots, all the birds will come with us. And we'll all do Govardhan Parikrama together. Then they said, okay, then it is fine. So like this, Krishna took a very big... They made many sections of the Govardhan Parikrama. Our acharyas have spoken about this. The first group, which is the most front, which is whom? The Brahmins, the people who are studying the Vedas, literature. So now understand carefully. Who are the first people? The Brahmanas. Behind the Brahmins were the cows. They say, O Namo Brahman.
सबसे आगे ब्राह्मण,
So in the front most there were the Brahmins, and behind them there were the cows.
गैया के पीछे बछड़ा,
Behind the cows were the calves,
ठीक है, पूरा एक ग्रुप,
and that was
फिर पूरा ग्रुप बछड़ों का,
there was all the cows and then a group of the calves, and behind that there was Nand Maharaj
और उनके जितने गोप हैं मित्र हैं,
and all his
बड़े बूढ़े,
gopas who were a bit older,
उनके पीछे
and behind them
कृष्ण
there was Krishna
अपने friends,
and all of his Sakha friends,
उनके पीछे
and behind them
यशोदा मैया,
there was Yashoda Maiya and all her Sakhis,
उनके पीछे
and behind them
राधा जी,
there was Radha ji, Lalita, Vishakhi, and all the Sakhis,
की सेवा करते
and behind them those who would worship them.
Servants.
And like this,
एज ग्रुप में
everyone was in their age group
और सीनियरिटी के कारण
in terms of seniority
सेक्शंस में
in their sections, and they're all doing Govardhan Parikrama in this way. So Krishna said at the start,
परिक्रमा में
doing Govardhan Parikrama,
मत करना,
don't have any
सब जय जयकार करो,
don't have any
परिक्रमा नहीं होती,
Just do glorification.
glorifications.
Don't be quiet.
Don't be quiet. Don't do any blah 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 when doing Parikrama.
Don't gossip.
Gossip.
सेवा करनी भगवान का नाम है,
So we should only take Krishna's name.
और ब्रज की तो रीति ही है,
And this is the glories of Brajvas.
अभी भी
Even now, the Brajvasis, there's so many. They do parikrama
Every
every
day.
day.
They just need an excuse.
आज बेटे का जन्मदिन है,
Today is the son's birthday. Okay, let's do Parikrama.
घर में विवाह है तो पहले गोवर्धन
There is a wedding in the house. Let's do Govardhan Parikrama first. There is a hair cutting ceremony. We should do Govardhan Parikrama.
का रिजल्ट आएगा,
Today a son's result is coming. We should do Govardhan Parikrama.
बस परिक्रमा करनी,
You just need any excuse to do Govardhan Parikrama.
तो पति पत्नी की लड़ाई,
Nothing else. If there is a fight between a wife and a husband, then that is enough of a reason.
छोटा सा घर, माता पिता भी सुनेंगे अच्छा नहीं, तो बोलते माता वो हम परिक्रमा देने जा रहे हैं,
So this say we are going to do.
दोनों निकल जाते
We are
हैं,
going to do the parikrama. And
So
on the
by
way, they
dancing,
just keep on the whole of the parikrama, they keep on arguing and they don't finish the parikrama easily without even finding any difficulties because they were absorbed in the fighting.
लड़ना भी होता है तो परिक्रमा
So even if they have to fight or quarrel, they do parikrama.
for everything there is Parikrama.
है, जो भक्ति के लिए परिक्रमा,
And there are also people who do Parikrama for Bhakti. How many people
क्या करते हैं,
they do
कितने ऐसे जो कि अपना काम बनाने के लिए परिक्रमा,
who make their job by doing Parikrama
संतान नहीं होगी,
are not having a child.
करो संतान हो,
So don't worry, you do Parikrama and you'll have a child.
का विवाह नहीं हो रहा,
We're not getting a wife, our daughter isn't being married, do Parikrama.
सब कोई अपनी अपनी इच्छा लेकर आता
For
है,
everyone's desires,
गोवर्धन जी पूरी करते
Govardhan ji fulfills all of that.
हैं, और उसी में
And in that,
भक्त लोग भी परिक्रमा देने जाते हैं,
even the bhaktas go and give Parikrama.
उनकी समस्त भक्ति और
And Bhagwan increases their devotion.
कामना में सबसे बड़ी कामना क्या है,
And what is the biggest
Desire.
desire and devotion?
गिरिराज, हमको अपने भक्तों का सब,
O Giriraj, give us the association of your devotees,
मैं आपकी महिमा सुनूं,
from whom I can listen your glories, I can listen to your glorification, I can listen to your katha.
ऐसे भी बहुत सारे संत
So like this, there's a lot of saints
परिक्रमा देते हैं।
who give Parikrama.
लेकिन जब आप परिक्रमा, ये लोग जो जाते रहते हैं इनको पता है,
But these people who go, they know.
पर ना बहुत सारे
There are lots of
बच्चे
little children
पीछे पड़ जाते हैं,
who come behind you, after you.
उनका दे दो,
Give us one rupee, give us 1 rupee.
पीछे चलेगा 3-4 किलोमीटर तक,
They
बाहर
will
में नहीं करने देगा,
go behind you for 3 or 4 kilometers. They won't even let you talk.
तो क्या करते हैं,
So what do?
जेब से निकाल कर 1 रुपया ले,
They take a 1 rupee from your pocket and go. Leave me alone.
ऐसे ही
So like this,
जो लोग कोई मन की कामना
the
लेकर,
people who go with a mental desire and do Govardhan Parikrama,
गोवर्धन जी भी बोलते हैं, "जा, ये ले।"
Govardhan ji says, okay, take this and leave me alone. Don't bother me.
और हम समझते हैं
And we think,
गोवर्धन जी बड़े प्रसन्न
oh, Govardhan ji is very happy with us. He has fulfilled our desire.
हुई, अपनी जान छुड़वाई,
No, he has not fulfilled our desire. He is trying to get rid of you.
भक्ति
However, a bhakta who comes for devotion,
वो भगवान की जान को ले आते हैं,
they come and take Bhagwan's soul and put him into their heart.
गोवर्धन जी भी अपनी जान नहीं छोड़ा,
Govardhan ji does not leave his soul either.
उसके साथ साथ रहते हैं,
He lives with him side by side.
उसके साथ साथ रहते हैं। और ऐसा एक absorption, एक आवेश हो जाता है,
And this absorption becomes
गिरिराज
so great that they will do Giriraj Parikrama again and again. they will do this puja, they will offer food.
बाकी काम है, सर्व काम होगा, मोक्ष काम होगा। भगवान सबकी इच्छा पूरी करता है।
Bhagwan fulfills everyone's desires,
भावना से आए या सकाम भावना से आए,
regardless of where they come from,
Desires
or for pure
pure
desires.
क्या कहूँ, समय निकल गया।
So now the time has passed, and we'll say it to be continued tomorrow.
इसके आगे भी बहुत कुछ है।
So there's a lot more after this as well.
30% हुआ।
So we've done 30%.
कल एकादशी का व्रत,
Tomorrow is the Ekadashi Vrat.
इसलिए हम सब लोग एकादशी का व्रत करके आए।
So tomorrow we will come doing Ekadashi Vrat.
होमवर्क क्या है?
So what is your homework? So in school they tell you to do homework, make sure to do it before you come.
होमवर्क ये है,
So your homework is tomorrow everyone will have to keep Ekadashi Vrat.
take grains to
Do not take grains tomorrow.
कोई अनाज,
No
चावल, रोटी, ये
rice, no atta, none of that.
भूख लगेगी, 3
If you feel hungry,
कोई प्रॉब्लम
eat 3-4 times. You will also get food here in the night. You'll get Ekadashi Prasad here tonight. But
फलाहार है,
whatever flour, he said flour.
परसों 20 आइटम गिनवा दी थी।
Count 20 items.
ये सब लोग फलाहार करना इस पुरुषोत्तम महीने में,
So in this Purushottam month,
साल में जो एक बार आता है,
one that comes 3 times, once every 3 years.
उसमें कल एकादशी है,
Tomorrow is Ekadashi.
उसमें भागवत है,
And not tomorrow is Bhagavat. So are you understanding?
सुहागा,
So above and above and above, it is the topmost.
है ना? एक तो पुरुषोत्तम महीना,
First of all is the Purushottam month, then in Ekadashi, and then on top of Ekadashi there is Bhagavat Ji's
सप्तम दिवस,
it's the last day.
इसलिए कल सब लोग
So everyone, please come tomorrow having fasted,
एकादशी की कथा भी सुनो।
and I'll give some glories on Ekadashi, and also finish
वो भी आज इसलिए सुना दी क्योंकि जो भोग लगना था ना, माँ को
Govardhan's stories. So
अब कल तो एकादशी का व्रत,
tomorrow is Ekadashi Vrat. If you even get if your mouth starts to water, then your fast will break.
और कथा को सुनो।
So we will not talk about this tomorrow, and that is why we have spoken about all the food items today itself.
दिन होगा 7 दिन से हम लोग कथा सुन रहे थे।
So we have been hearing this katha for last for like 6 days, and tomorrow on Sunday morning at 9 o'clock we will do a fire sacrifice.
पुरुषोत्तम महीने के जो अब अंत की ओर चल रहा है,
So now we are going toward the end of the Purushottam month. In 15th or 16th this month will end,
पहले संडे तो
and before that,
परसों ही संडे है,
so day after tomorrow is Sunday. We will do a fire sacrifice
9 o'clock,
exactly 9 o'clock.
लेट आ गए
If you come late, you will miss it.
तो वो मिस हो जाएगा। जबकि मैं सबसे प्रार्थना करूंगा, रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा,
I'm requesting everyone, come early.
lit fire और start 9 o'clock, 9 बजे पूरा स्टार्ट करूंगा।
He'll start sharp 9 o'clock, and after that we will have katha as well.
फिर मैं यहाँ से फ्लाइट लेकर सिडनी चला
And then Maharaj is going to Sydney after that.
और नेक्स्ट डे मंडे को फ्लाइट हवाई में भाग,
And then he was in Hawaii,
माँ भागवत स्टार्ट कर
and then he'll start Bhagavat there.
दिया। सूर्योदय हो गया,
So just like sun rises and sunsets, so the Bhagavat finishes here, and then another Bhagavat starts there.
और फिर अगली बार आऊंगा
And when I come next time,
तो अभी बहुत सारी कथा बाकी बची है।
there's still more katha left.
हम लोग फिर
We will slowly we'll hear all that katha also.
कर बस
So with my folded hands, I just request,
सब लोग एकादशी का
please all of you fast on Ekadashi, and every day
भगवान का नाम
take the names of Lord. 15-20 minutes chant.
युग में
In Kali Yuga,
कृष्ण महामंत्र
doing Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the essence of all the scriptures, is the essence of all the events, the functions we do, celebrate.
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण
Hare Hare,
Hare
Rama Hare Rama,
बोलो श्री गिरिराज महाराज की जय, गिरिराज प्रसाद की जय।